Hi, my name is Andrew Edison. I am the director, co-writer, producer, editor, star of BINDLESTIFFS, and this is...
I'm Luke Loftin, co-writer, star, and producer of BINDLESTIFFS, and this lovely gentleman here is...
Hi, my name is John Karna, and I'm also starring in the film.
So, about BINDLESTIFFS, let's talk a little bit about this movie. Luke, you want to hit him up with the log line?
Yeah.
Here's the skinny.
Okay, well, the skinny is that BINDLESTIFFS is about three high school virgins who run away from school after getting suspended on a graffiti charge, and they go to the inner city to live out the plot of The Catcher in the Rye, but they haven't actually finished the book, so they get into a lot of crazy shit, and they meet hobos and hookers and crack fiends, and
they learn from them.
They learn the ways of the streets. And a little bit about themselves as well.
Yeah, and I mean the movie's about it's about friendship, and it's about
coming of age.
Yeah, it's a coming of age, and they get into a lot of crazy stuff, but at the end of it, they have to pull together as friends and try and return back to their old lives, as new men. Oh yeah, BINDLESTIFFS. The title is from Of Mice and Men. Was the first use of it. It basically means homeless person, or someone carrying a bindle, which is that little cartoonish polka dot thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's where the title came from. We liked it though because it sounds like boner.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a word for homeless person that sounds like boner, that's going to be the title of the movie. And so we found that word, and it was BINDLESTIFFS.
We thought about ho boner, but that's sort of cheesy.
Yeah. Too punny.
Yeah. I think it's. I mean, I love Superbad. It's definitely a compliment. It's always nice to be compared to a super successful, hilarious blockbuster film. But at the same time, I think that in a way, it was sort of a response to movies like Superbad. Hollywood's depiction of high school. We felt like, they got close, especially with Superbad, but they never really nailed it. And our goal was to make a film that felt a little bit more that felt a little bit more true in terms of what our generation is like, and also that I guess there's Hollywood dirty, and then there's really fucking dirty, and so we tipped towards really fucking dirty because that's what that's what tickles us, I think.
That's when we set out to make a movie that we thought was the funniest movie of all time, and at least I figured that if I think it's the funniest movie ever, maybe someone else will. But maybe not.
I don't think it's the funniest movie ever, but
well, I do.
We're very proud of it, though. Would you like to talk about that?
Well, actually, we all went to middle school together.
Why are you talking like that? Just talk normally.
We all went to middle school together. Okay, hold on.
It's like you're in a library.
Okay. Hey, yeah, we all went to middle school together, and so we all knew each other. Actually, I was in 6th grade, and he was in 7th grade, and he was in 8th grade, and we were all a year apart. And then I was actually in Andrew's first short film ever. Do you want to talk about your first short film?
I'd like to talk about mainly how fat John was in middle school.
Yeah, me too. Can I chime in? Yeah, John was really fat in middle school. Like, the Pillsbury Doughboy? Like, imagine that with red hair.
A lot of that.
That was him.
A lot of that is an exaggeration. I was portly, but
triple bypass.
All right, that is actually none of that is true. But so we were doing shorts for a while. I was in like 3 of Andrew's shorts before.
Basically, when I set out to make my first feature, I was a senior in high school, and I had a horrible case of senioritis, and I wanted to graduate, and I was like, fuck school, I'm done, like this bullshit, and that sort of mentality is pretty lame. So I wanted to turn that negative energy into something positive. So I set out to make this movie about characters that were sort of in the same mindset as I was at the time. So I called in all my friends who had ever worked on a short with, or who had ever collaborated with on anything creative, and they all came together and worked for free, and we spent 2 years making this movie. Well, I'm just giving you the same shit I can give everybody else. I can spice it up for you. You want to give me another take? Can I have another take?
You're the director.
Okay, I'm gonna take another take. All right, so I met these jackasses when I was when I was in school, and I was like, "Fuck school! I hate school." And so I decided to make this movie because I think schools suck, and I think no one should be educated, and that's my viewpoint.
Yeah, I just like to second everything that you just said, 100%. Yeah, school is for no one, and if you're in school now, you should just stop immediately. You're wasting time and money.
I am in college right now, so I don't necessarily believe any of that, but I am also really happy that there are different opinions in the world and that we can all be friends despite the fact that not all of us are angry at school. So.
Well, you're a pussy, so. No, but.
What was it like doing the Youth in Revolt poster?
Before you compare John to Michael Cera, you got to watch the film because in the film, John does things that Michael Cera would never, ever, ever, ever be willing to do, and his trust in me as a director really meant a lot when it came to getting him to do incredibly fucked up shit. So he's a great kid, even though he's a pussy. And he was fat in middle school.
Look, if Michael is watching this for some weird fucked up reason, if he's watching this, I really respect him as an actor. If Michael, Mr. Cera, hey, okay, sorry, yeah, fuck, I'm nothing like Michael Cera. Let's get out of here. I'm not.
He's not watching it. Yeah, so Luke and I wrote an intense outline, and that sort of went over each beat in the scene, but all the dialogue itself was improvised. Luke, would you like to make any more comments about the writing? Because we did that together, you and me.
Yeah. We would. We outlined the entire plot of the movie, and each scene had character points and plot points that we knew we were going to hit. But all the words themselves, the actors came up with on the spot, and we wanted it to sound like real kids, real teenagers, and we figured the best way to do that. Real people, and we're big fans of Curb Your Enthusiasm and other shows and TV and movies that use improv. The naturalistic dialogue, Christopher Guest, yeah. And so we just wanted the dialogue to feel really natural, and improv was, it turned out really well.
Yeah, because of the fact that it was improv, actually, there would be some times where we would do takes that would last like 45, 50 minutes. And because there were like multi-cameras, we would have to talk about completely different things that weren't even on the outline in order to get the naturalistic feeling whenever we got to our character objectives and we got to our plot points. And it helped the acting process a lot for all of us, I think. It made everything so much easier to connect with each other.
Yeah, sometimes it was about, like, if there's a scene we needed to do, sometimes we needed to improvise the scene before that just to be able to feel like we understood how to do the scene that was going to actually make it into the movie. So we shot 200 hours of footage.
Yeah, that was during. Same. I was a double major.
These questions have taken a really interesting turn.
I'm actually I've been acting since I was very little. I was in a musical that we did in the 3rd grade called Friends, and we would sing the song "Friend" where you spelled out friend.
Can you sing that for us?
Friend, we are friends. Bum. But now I've taken that energy, and I've converted it into something positive, and I go to the University of Oklahoma now.
Oh, amazingly! I love the audience. They're so nice and laughy.
Yeah.
I like how laughy they are.
I really enjoyed that. Like, we would see reactions that we wanted to see this whole time while we were shooting the film, and we saw them in the screening, and they were dying at every joke that we wanted them to react to, and it was just great.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I mean, we've been envisioning this audience, for 2 years now, and so to finally meet them, real pleasure. Yeah.
BINDLESTIFFSmovie.com, or you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/bstiffs, and our Facebook page. You can like us at facebook.com/BINDLESTIFFs.
What's not to like?
Yeah. So, if you just check out any of those places, you'll find all the updates and little extra materials. And
some cream pies and some stuff like that.
Yeah, some little cream pies waiting there for you.
Actually, it's not a porn website, so don't.
We're also going to be posting a picture of John from middle school, so check that out. That'll be, I think, BINDLESTIFFSmovie.com/fatjohn.jpg. That'll be up there, so check that out. That's fatjohn.jpg. That's PHAT. Fat John.
I really appreciate that, man. That was really nice.
Fatjohn.jpg.